because the guy from the mean streets of Brooklyn, Tazz, is here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn, New York, weighing 248 pounds,
Coach, as we came back, did we see a premonition of what will happen tomorrow night at Backlash? The pedigree, the game, beating The Rock.
Certainly a preview of the main event at Backlash this past week on Raw. Tag team action, Rock, Jericho, Triple H, and Chris Benoit. And I tell you what, if I'm looking at it straight down the barrel, as I always do, with Shane McMahon as a guest referee, I think that heavily favors the McMahon-Helmsley regime.
I do too, and you got to think about this, Coach. Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Helmsley, and Triple H. You know they've been plotting and planning all weekend. They've got a big, monstrous plan to lay down, not only on The Rock, but on Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we saw Vince McMahon Monday and Thursday, respectively, stirring the pot about the bad feelings between Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. And don't forget, Vince is stirring the pot, but he nailed it right on the head. DTA. Don't trust anybody.
Don't trust anybody. We'll find out tomorrow night at Backlash. Wow, from the sold-out MCI Center in Washington, D.C., 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, the main event. Triple H, Vince McMahon in his corner against The Rock, with Stone Cold Steve Austin in his corner. Shane McMahon, of course, the guest referee. And it's go time between Tazz and Tracy Smothers here on Jakked.
Did you hear that Earl Hebner's cleaning streets for a living
He's
now?
not either. We went over it last week. Don't bag on Earl Hebner. He's one of the greatest officials of all time here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Is that why he's unemployed?
He got screwed, as a lot of people do, by the McMahon-Helmsley regime. But, Michael, I want to point out something here. The deck may be stacked against The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, but in reality, these two superstars can use their intense hatred together, in my opinion, to take on the McMahon-Helmsley regime and may be able to pull it off.
Well, that's one side of the coin, and I see that point, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, come on, if you're Stone Cold Steve Austin, you've been out for 7 months. As Vince McMahon said, Mr. McMahon put it so eloquently. Who could have benefited more than Stone Cold Steve Austin being out of the picture? The Rock. Whose car ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin?
We don't know that it was The Rock.
Albeit it was a rent-a-car, but it was registered to The Rock. Now, you think Stone Cold Steve Austin just said, oh, that's all right, that's okay.
All I know is that it's been 13 months since The Rock was the World Wrestling Federation champion.
And it's been a great 13 months.
He will do whatever it takes. And he mentioned this past week. For the last 4 months, he's put up with crap. He's put up with all kinds of things from the McMahon-Helmsley regime. It's his time. It's his time to be on top.
Well, you know what?
Wow.
Are you looking for...
What? Suplex. Here's a cover. 2 count.
Are you looking for sympathy? Because I have no sympathy for The Rock. The Rock is the great one. The Rock is the people's champ. But can he overcome that mountain that's called the game? With Mr. McMahon in his corner, Shane McMahon, the referee. Yes, The Rock has Stone Cold Steve Austin in his corner, but whose side is Stone Cold's on?
Oh, wow. Tazz has the Tazz vision. The Tazz vision is sunk in on Tracy Smothers. The referee is checking to see if he's going to tap out. And there it is. He tapped out. It's all over. Tazz with the Tazz vision.
And if Tazz can do that tomorrow night at Backlash, the hardcore title will come back to the Thug from the streets of Brooklyn.
Well, Michael, speaking of the streets, when we come back, it will be the Headbangers taking on the Mean Street Posse.